is it that countries get about basically putting strong men in charge? Why does that happen? A new study was just published in the peer-reviewed journal Adaptive Human Behavior and Physiology. And they did this study, this fascinating psychological study with a group of people. It was 1,026 participants. And this was at the University of Illinois at Champaign, at Urbana-Champaign. And essentially what they did was they created 3 different levels of threat that these people faced. Now, it wasn't like an actual physical threat. It was kind of in a game circumstance, but still, they had the experience of threat, and they were at 3 different levels of intensity. One was no threat, and then there was a 4th that was no threat at all. And what they found was that as the level of threat increased, the people playing the game, there was always a leader in each one of these games, the people playing the game increasingly turned to the most aggressive, most dominant figure to be the leader. They say the results show that participants perceived that player as more dominant in situations when he delivered harsher punishments, but delivering a punishment was part of the game. As the punishments increased, so did the average rating of the punisher's perceived dominance. This pattern held across all 10 threat level groups. In these conditions, the third player was also seen as having the highest prestige. Now, to translate, and then conversely, the weakest leader support is obtained during a time of low threat and high candidate dominance. So, what this tells us is that the more Donald Trump or other Republicans can convince us that America is under siege, that we're being invaded from Mexico, that there's a wave of crime, that people in the cities, particularly black people, because this is Republicans talking, are going nuts and they're killing people and crime is out of control. And the more that they can convince you of that, the more likely you are to say, okay, I'll take an authoritarian for president. Thank you very much. Give me Donald Trump. Give me Chris Christie. And when you think back to, the times when countries did flip fascist, they were very often during times of significant crisis, of threat. Now, the crisis was sometimes war, but also sometimes economic. So it's a great lesson here about human nature, number one. But number two, a huge cautionary tale about our politics. So just wanted to share that with you.